Well, the temptation is always there, but there's something that you cannot beat. It's time, and all we have in this world is, sooner or later we're gonna lose it. Whatever it is, like a materialism. We think about, oh, I'm building up my legacy, Yeah, people remember me now. The next generation, the other one, maybe the other one, but in a few generations, nobody will care. So it's my ego that want my legacy, and it's good as a fighter because you want that pride, you want that ego to carry you because it helps you to be more successful. But when you retire, you have to learn how to dissociate yourself from it, and that's what I I worked on for since I retired, and it's very very hard. And there's a lot of guys that they don't know when to stop. They think they can beat time, but it's impossible. It's a cycle of life. You cannot beat time. Everything we have now, it's temporary. We all gonna leave, and everything will be lost forever. You know what I mean? So when you learn, I learned that, and I made peace with it, and you know what I mean. It makes me sad when I see guys they messed up their health, and because when you retire, normally you have another half of your life to live. So it's important that you stay as healthy as you can, and also if you retire on a winning streak. They tell you pass the torch. Fuck that. Don't pass the torch. Retire on your term, not on their term. It's a selfish sport, and you have to be selfish. You know what I mean? And when you feel it's time to retire. When I retired, it's because I was at the time. If you go back after Bisping, I got ulcer colitis and I got symptoms. I was on heavy medication, and I did not want to hold on the title for too long because by respect for my colleagues. I say my colleagues, but my
Yeah,
competitors
yeah.
that are trying to get the title. So I relinquished the title because I didn't know what was going to happen. And then I realized the stress and everything in my life. It was time for me to retire, and I did, and I'm glad I did it. I don't regret. I don't regret it. There's always going to be in the back of my mind. Oh, if I come back, I think I can beat him. I think so, but this is my pride talking. It's not, what I should follow.
Two more things and then I'll let you go. The guy fighting in the main event, the champion Belal Muhammad, says he's getting close to being the GOAT in the welterweight division. You have 10 successful title defenses in a row and 13 victories in title fights. He has no defenses in a row. He had a great run, multiple, but when you hear this, do you laugh like that?
I I wish him the best of luck, and maybe he will be the GOAT. Like I told you earlier about ego, I learned how to try to dissociate myself with my ego. A guy who does not do that will still be like, no, because I got more title than him, blah, 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 bullshit. But man, I wish him the best of luck. And you know what? The records are made to be broken. And I wish him the best of luck. And he's very skilled. He's got all the tools that he needs to become the GOAT. Not only in my division, in the GOAT, in the entire UFC roster, And I wish him the best of luck. And if he does, congrats to him. And I wish him the best in his journey. But right now, he has a lot to do. It's not done yet. He needs to prove it. To him, to himself, and also to for in terms of legacy for his stat. But it's good that he's hungry and he has a lot of pride and ego because you need that in that game. It's a very egotistic industry, and you need to be that way. And if you would not be that way, people don't understand. Sometimes they think it's some kind of arrogance. I don't see it as a kind of arrogance or an insult. I see it as a competitive spirit, someone who's very competitive and who's very proud and has very high hope and faith in himself. And I wish him the best of luck.
Last one, there's a guy named Tom Aspinall who every time I speak to him about the game, about life, about the career, he talks to you. He talks about you being his inspiration, you being his favorite fighter, you being the guy he wants to be like. He
Wow.
looks up to you with the utmost respect. I mean, I was just talking to him about you, and he adores you. He's in a tough spot right now. I don't know how much you follow, but he's waiting for John Jones. Does he move on? He feels like his career is being halted by one man. What advice, if any, would you give to Tom Aspinall, who I think is very frustrated right now because he thinks he's the best, but there's a guy holding him up?
Well, if I could give Tom, and thanks for that. I mean, it's a great honor for me to hear that. I think Tommy needs to focus on the next task. I remember when I lost to Matsera, I was making the mistake of trying to focus on Matsera to get my revenge immediately. But I had a few other fights lined up before to get that. And if he's only focusing on John Jones, and if John Jones does not come back right away, he's not focusing on the right thing. He needs to focus on the what is next, the next path, because the rest it's a distraction, and things that needs to be done will be done. I don't know what John will do, but as a fan, I would love to see this fight. I mean, because in terms of legacy and accomplishment, John Jones is the best. You know what I mean? Uh, but and I understand Tom from his point of view that he's a proud fighter. He wants to be the best, but now it's all depend on what John want to do. If John still want to do this, if he's compensated fairly,
Hmm.
all that plays. So Tom should not focus on that because it's outside of his control, and he's waiting a lot. He's wasting a lot of energy focusing on that. And I know it's very hard, but he need to sort of self-hypnose himself to focus on the next thing and be hungry about the next task. And by doing this, only focusing on the next thing, he's going to build up his legacy, and perhaps one day he's going to be the greatest. He's got all the tools as well to be. A lot of people, you know, want this fight to happen because a lot of people believe like, oh, he's the guy that's gonna crack John Jones' code. And as a fan, I want to see this fight. And I understand on both sides. John want to be compensated. It's a game. It's a negotiation game. It's a chess game. And on the other side, Tom is waiting. And I understand both point of view, but from Tom needs to focus on what's next, and the rest sort of try to clear your mind and only focus on that thing.